Hey everybody, welcome back. Before we get started into the week 2 material, just wanted to take a few minutes to go over a few things I noticed from some questions I got from you guys this week. So first and foremost is working in the terminal. And in last week's videos, I just kind of introduced you to a few commands, mostly Git commands, but I didn't really get into how you navigate around the terminal. So the terminal isn't like a graphical user interface. You have to tell the terminal to go somewhere if you want to, say, for instance, view all the files on your desktop. So when you open up Terminal, you should see a screen similar to what you have now. And the default on Mac OS X is to take you into your home directory. And you can verify that by just typing ls and then hitting enter. And what this will do is, this is the list command, and basically it will list everything inside the current working directory. And when I say working directory, that means whatever directory you're currently in right now. And you can see here, I don't know if you can see my cursor, but I'll highlight it here, that little tilde basically means that you're in your home directory. So now say we want to go into one of these directories, say desktop, and look around inside the desktop. We would issue the cd command, or change directory, and then we tell it that we want to go into the desktop. Now, another nice feature about the terminal is you can start to type the name of a file or the name of a directory, and then hit the tab key, and it will autocomplete or give you options to choose. In this case, it autocompletes the desktop. So now you can see, instead of a tilde, we have a tilde/desktop. That means we're essentially looking at our desktop. And now we can do another ls and see what's there. And that dev env folder, if we go into there, is in fact the working directory of the week 1 assignments. Or that's actually currently my working directory for this class. So you can see the week 1 stuff in there. So if we want to go back to where we started, back to the home directory, we can type cd and then tilde, and it'll take us back there. Or we can, let's get back to where we were here. Or if we just want to step back a single directory, we can go cd space ... and that'll send us back to desktop. So you can see we were in dev env, and now we're back onto the desktop. So when you're navigating around the terminal, you need to always make sure you know where you're at in the terminal. Because if you're on the desktop and you go touch test.html and create that file, if you then go into your home directory and not know it, you'll all of a sudden not know where you are. That file won't exist. Or if you create your Git repository here, it's going to put all of the stuff in your home directory inside the Git repository. So it's really important to understand where you are in the terminal at all times. So with that being said, just a few other commands that I think might be helpful. So let's get back to the desktop. There we go. The clear command will give you a nice clean slate to work with. We have already talked about the touch command, which will either create a new file or update the updated at date on a file. So on our desktop, we can see that test.html already exists. So if we go touch test.html, you'll notice that nothing really happens there. Now if we went ls-al, and this -al here is what we call a flag, and that is basically passing different options to our ls command. And in this option, I passed, in this command, I passed options to see ownership and ownership rights on the files, and also the date modified and created. And you can see here now that our test.html was updated. The updated at date was updated when we issued the touch command. Another command you might find helpful is makedir or make directory. So when you issue the mkdir command, you can create directories. So now if we list on our desktop, you'll see the test directory. If we do the other view, you'll also see that test directory right here. So those are a few Unix, Linux commands that will get you started. These are very Mac-centric, Unix-centric, Linux-centric commands. But depending on what you're using on Windows, if you're using a Windows terminal that is accessing Unix machines, or if you're using Git Bash, some of these commands are also going to be available to you there. So hopefully that helps some of you guys out. Those of you that haven't interacted much with the terminal, or haven't ever interacted with the terminal, this should help you get started. Last week, I also emailed out a link to as just kind of like a terminal primer. I'll post that in the resources section of the website. All right, thanks guys.